Yeah. Python. I define Python in 5 lines. General purpose programming. General purpose programming is any kind of applications you can develop by using Python. It's not for a particular purpose or for all the purposes, right? Like automation applications, web applications, animation applications, gaming applications, desktop applications, embedded applications, right? For all the varieties of applications, right? That's why we call it as general purpose programming language, a language which is suitable for developing any kind of application. Such a language we call it as general purpose programming. Multi-programming features it has got. What all the features we see in different other programming languages, all the features we can use in Python. All the features we see in Python, right? High level language. Python is a high level language, easily understandable, supportable, and machine independent or platform independent, can run on all the hardwares in all the operating system. Python is a interpreted language. Interpretation means line by line execution, which makes debugging easy. User friendly programming or programmer friendly programming language, which provides simple syntaxes which looks like normal English statements, right? So just yesterday I was briefing, there are two types of languages: low level languages and high level languages. Low level, high level, low level languages like assembly level, they are not human understandable, they are not portable, and they are machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardwares and all the operating systems. But high level languages like Python, they are human understandable, looks like normal English statements. They are portable. The code can be carried from one system to other. Machine independent, can run on all the hardwares and all the operating systems. Yes. So Python has got what programming features? Python has got multiple programming features, right? It has got procedural oriented programming features like C language, object oriented programming features like C++, Java. It has got scripting features like shell script. It has got modular programming features like modular 3. It has got modular programming features like modular 3. So because of this multiple programming features, we call Python as a hybrid language. We can develop different varieties of applications. It is not restricted like Java is restricted to use only object-oriented programming. Without object-oriented programming, we cannot write an application in Java. But any kind of applications, any kind of programming can be used in Python, because today that's the reason Python is the mostly chosen and mostly used programming for implementing different domains of different high-end technologies. And scripting, it has got vast number of libraries for scripting, for writing automation scripts. And because of this modular programming, Python has got a great demand today because of thousands of modules, like 89,300 modules. Python is providing for each and every environment. Python has got for every environment, right? Yes. Yes. Discussing about these modules, right? Because of these modules only, Python modules are modular programming. Python has got a great boom, providing modules for each and every domain or environment, right? For data science, separate modules Python is providing. For big data, like PySpark. For data science, like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, CP, Scikit-learn, TensorFlow, right? For networking, separate not only module, separate framework like Twisted Python. For testing, for operating system, the name of the module itself is OS. For Oracle, Python to connect with Oracle, CX underscore Oracle module. This module is enough, and this username and password is enough. Just Python connecting with the database. For every database, one module. For every database, one module Python is providing, right? And not only for databases, no, not only for this data, for files, for each and every file, Python is providing a module. If you want just writing Python code and I will create a Excel workbook or Excel file, I can create sheets, I can write data into it, I can read data from it, not only Excel, like CSV. The name of the module itself is CSV. Can read data from CSV, writing data to CSV, and JSON. The name of the model itself is JSON. We can read data and write data. By writing Python code only, I can read, I can write, I can perform all operations, right? Even for XML files, PDF, I can create a PDF file by writing Python code. But just that too, like 3-4 lines of code, not like huge codings, right? For mathematical operations, math model, for statistical operations, and for generating graphs, with a simple like 2-3 lines of code, you can generate a graphs in Python. In today's session, I'll show you some couple of examples how simple generating graphs in Python without with zero programming, without any programming knowledge, you can easily understand these graphs, right? Means the Python statements look like normal English statements. Today I'll show you some sample snippets of Python, some examples codings of Python. Just as some of you were asking, right? They won't look complex like other programming. Simple syntaxes, very less coding, not even 1/4 coding as compared with other programming languages. And for statistical, you got models available for graphs, like any type of graph, normal graph, bar graphs, histogram, scatter plot, stack plot, pie graph, any type of graphs you can. In this way, just these are some of these examples. In this way, thousands of modules, 89,300 modules for computer and for electronics, for civil, for all this environment, it has got modules Python is providing, right? That's why it's widely used today. Some of those, right, Python real-time applications where Python is mostly used today in real world. So for web applications, Python is mostly used in web applications, creating a lot of web applications today, right? Especially people who have got, see, we have got a framework for Python. Python has got a framework like Django. This is the most, many frameworks are there for Python, but this is the mostly used framework that we'll be discussing in the full stack Python course. And I'll be discussing like nearly 15 applications will be discussed in that, right? So the importance of this Django, right? At a rapid speed, you can develop a web application. That too with very less code, simple syntaxes. It has got its own database. SQLite3 is the database. It has got its own database, has got its own application server. Yes. And also Python mostly used in automation applications creations today using tech. Framework means a code library, just like in Java, we have got Spring, Hibernate in that way. For Python also, frameworks are available. Means for developing the things. For web applications, one framework. For networking, one framework is available. For gaming, one framework it is available. For every environment, Python providing frameworks like for gaming environment, for networking environment, for web applications environment, it is providing separate frameworks are available, right? Using which we can easily perform those operations. Apart from this, thousands of modules I'm talking. Framework, if you see the framework, 40% of the code automatically it is available, right? And coming to this automation applications, like using technology like data science, using technology like IoT and DevOps, right? Especially the talk of the industry, right? Data science, AI, ML, right? So it's a for data analysis, data predictions, classifications, clusterings, recommendations, right? It's a blend of technique. The main technique what we see is machine learning. Machine learning is also many techniques are there. Regression, classification, clusterings, pattern matching, recommendations. For all the techniques to implement, we require a language. To code, we require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used programming, right? For implementing this machine learning, deep learning, or data science, AI things, right? Yes, Java is never preferred for this data science applications, right? Big data, huge data generation today. If you see Facebook, Twitter, you Google, YouTube, this Gmail, all this generating petabytes of data, not in GBs or TBs. Data has reached petabytes. For this huge data, you see in the real world, for this huge data, we have got some tools like big data, like Hadoop and Spark, especially Spark, very high speed processing technology, right? Which is processing huge data in quick time, which uses a language like Python, like PySpark, we say. Even for scientific applications, we have got a CP, a module, a package it is. Package is a collection of modules we say as package. So CP, scientific Python. For numerical analysis, Python has got numerical Python. So this I'll be discussing in brief. You got a lot of jobs on this numerical Python. So I'll be discussing in brief about this, right? GUI animation, right? PyQt or TK Inter are the models which are available for gaming or for game development, right? Separate frameworks Python is providing, right? Pygame, PyCora, PySci, right? Yes. These are the frameworks. Pygame, PyCora are the frameworks given by Python for developing games in Python. Even there is a career in gaming side, right? Then using Python we have frameworks, if you have got knowledge on these frameworks, people who wants to have a career, you can go with this. And also for 3D games, 3D rendering libraries, PySci. For scheduling tasks at a particular time, at a particular month, particular week, right? We have got Python providing Airflow for testing or for test cases, for software development, and for business applications. Python is one of the best choice in developing e-commerce websites. Database applications, right? Without database, there is no web application, right? So Python can connect with all the major and all the databases, right? And that too, it is providing module for each and every database. For networking applications, right? Especially for network programming or network applications, right? We have got a framework called a Twisted Python. And also, if you want to extract or scrap the data from different websites, we say web scraping, harvesting the data from different sites, extracting. We have got modules like Beautiful Soup, BS4, URL embedded applications, right? We are most famous embedded application, right? A Raspberry Pi, which uses Python for its computation. And audio video applications like a TIM player, C player, many other applications are developed today by using Python. As part of our course also, I'll show you how to develop audio video related kinds of applications, how to play a video like using Python, and how to play audio and other things, right? And for CAD applications, computer-aided designing or 3D CAD applications, right? And for computer vision means projects related, many projects are getting developed, right? Computer vision like object detection, face detections, color detections, right? And for data analysis, as a data analyst, anything related to data, compulsory Python is the prerequisite. Like whether you go for data analyst or data science or data engineer, right? Python is the prerequisite for all those courses. Robotics with Python, if you see bigger salary packages, you see today people having like automations through this. We write automation scripts using Python, and for desktop applications, single user console applications creations, right, using Python. So in this way, many applications are there, but these are the mostly used applications where Python is used, right? Right. And who are using Python today? Top most applications built using Python. One second. Top most applications built using Python. Google is one of the best example of Python web application. Yahoo using Python. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Instagram using Python. The prime reason for Instagram to choose Python, it's Python hybrid features. NASA using Python because of multiple programming features of Python where they can research using any of these programming features. Uber pricing algorithm is implemented using this Python and machine learning. The applications like Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, Dropbox built using Python. The popular OTT platform like Netflix using Python for security, automation, and subscription related things. See, framework, difference between a framework and a module is framework is what for developing an application we can use for developing a gaming application, we use a framework. For developing a web application, a framework like the Django framework. For gaming application, we use a framework like Pygame. So for developing an application, software, right? For developing an applications, right? We use a framework. Model is that if you want, that's got some built-in functions to perform the tasks. Module is just a collection of inbuilt functions. Math is there. Math is a module, not for developing applications. Math module is not for developing up. It's just use math like square root, power, sine, cos, tan, all these things, right? This one module. For in this different environments, different models are there. Modules have functions, inbuilt functions. For example, standard deviation. No need to perform all this, just a function available. Within a second, you will get the result of the standard deviation or any statistical tasks or any other data science or big data. For any environment, models are available. Within that, with the simple, it is providing functions, right, for performing those operations. Modules is a collection of, in a simple way, collection of functions and classes. Okay, for example, okay, as of now, I doesn't want to enter into the technique. All this we'll be discussing as part of our course. Functions are the collection of functions, we call it as modules. Collection of modules, we call it as packages. Modules, collection of functions, modules. Collection of modules, packages. And modules also will have collection of classes also we call as modules. So what is a module? What a module consists of? How to define a module? How to import a module? How to get help on a module? Different ways of importing, renaming, reloading. All this we'll be discussing as part of our course, right? What it contains, everything, right? Okay, fine, that's fine. So Netflix also using Python for its security automation and for subscription related things. MMOG, massively multiplayer online games today. Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python script. iRobot for military and commercial applications. For hardware testing, companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they are using Python for hardware testing purpose. And finally, reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Mainly, for many of them, programmers, developers are attracted towards Python, migrating towards Python because of its very less coding. Generally, anyone you want very less coding or even the two simple syntaxes, right? Not like complex code, very lengthy code, right? So very less coding you see, not even one-fourth coding as compared with other programming. Now I'll be taking one example code, a sample task I'll take and I'll try to implement in multiple programming languages. And just compare, check it coding wise, length wise, you can check complex wise, you can check how simple the Python statements. And interactive mode, every statement by statement, Python can provide you the output. For every statement by statement, you can interact with the Python. Interactive mode is given by Python. That feature you cannot see in other programming languages. Multi-programming features. Python has got all the programming features and wide varieties of application. Just now I discussed that any kind of application can be developed by using Python. Many built-in libraries, 89,300 modules. Python has got thousands of libraries that modules are available, right? Yes. Okay. Now, Python comparison with other programming. Python comparison with other programming language. Check this, right? Python is I'll take a small task and I'll try to implement it in multiple programming languages. Task accepting two values or two numbers from the user keyboard and performing addition right? Yes. So first, the two major programming languages, Java, Python. I'll try to write using Java first. Later you can check in Python. Comparison, right? Whatever code I'm writing in Java, within 1/4, not even 1/4 you see in Python. Yes, if you've got knowledge on Java, you can just go through this following code. So import java.io.star, right. Every statement should end with semicolon here. Class sample. Yes. Public static void main. String aux. Throws IO exception. Input stream reader I'm using. Or scanner classes also can be used. Input stream reader. System.in. Buffered reader. New buffered reader, right, of ISR. So the statements will be a little complex as compared to Python, right? Python, every statement, every word you can understand. But here you will see some complex words here in the system.out.println. System.out.println, right? Enter the first number. Yes, someone was asking queries. 1 second. Yes, yes, right. You can see Venkatesh, right? You can check it clearly. They have provided the details. DURGASOFT Academy Private Limited. Yes, and Rajia, yes. Okay, fine. System.out.println, enter the first number. Whatever number you're entering by default are taken as a string type. String S1. br dot read line right hand, br dot read line right hand. So whatever you've taken as a string format has to be converted into integer format to perform addition, right? Integer dot parse int. We should say integer dot parse int I capital of which one S1 string convert into integer. These three lines, I'll copy it for the second number also. The same thing, right? I'm going to copy for the second number, right? Copy. Yes. Enter the second number. Enter the second number and string S2 br dot read line integer dot parse int of S2. Finally saying system dot out dot println system dot out dot println, right? Yes. Finally saying I plus j. Yes. Close this. Close this square. This one, right? This is the code using Java. So just I'll take a minute in showing the execution in both Python and Java, right? All right, just a second, right? So just I'm copying this to a separate notepad. Yes. I'm copying to this notepad. So I'll save it, file save. I'm creating a separate folder for this batch. So within the C drive, I'm creating a folder with the name Python 9 p.m. batch. Python 9 p.m. batch, right? Yes. And I'll be saving all the files in it. Um, sample.java, right? Sample.java, right? Yes. Now, just in the bottom search panel, I'm typing CMD. I have got Java also installed in my system. cd slash come out of this existing path, change your directory to Python 9 p.m. Python 9 p.m. batch, right? Yes, say enter. Now I can say Java C sample.java. If any errors are there, it will display the errors here now, right? If no errors, we can execute the code. No errors in the code, right? Java sample. It will ask enter the first number, right? 10. Enter the second number, 20. Sum is 30. This is the output. But I don't know like how many of you have understood this Java code, right? People who are new to this coding or new to this programming. In every line, there is a complex word, right? What is class in this? What is public static void main? What is IO exception? What is input stream reader? What is buffer reader? What is this system dot out dot print? What is this read line? What is this integer dot parse int, right? You see some complex word in every line. So it will be complex. It is little complex to understand for the people, right? Who are from non-programming, right? If you see the code for just for adding two numbers, you got enter first number 10, second number 20, sum 30. For just a small code, you have written 10 to 12 lines of code in Java. The same task I'll implement in Python, not more than 3 lines. And that too, every line you will be able to understand. Just like normal English statement, I'm going to write that. Just like normal English statements, I'll just write the code, right? So just I'm opening this Python shell, right? So in the tomorrow session, I'll show you how to download Python, how to install Python. From tomorrow onwards, we'll be starting with the actual things, right? Fine. So here for the same task, just I'm writing this code. I want two numbers, X and Y I want, right? Two numbers to perform addition. So through input function, I'll try to enter the value of X. Enter the value of X. So whatever you are keeping in the double quotes, that will be as it is prompted in the output screen. Is asking to enter the value of X, the user will enter the value for X. Enter the value of Y. You can write anything within this double quotes. Right? The user will enter the X value, it will enter the Y value. After entering those two values, X plus Y. That's it. This is the code in Python. I'll show you that result. Enter the value of X, enter the value of Y. After entering, you won't see any complex word here. No complex statements, easily understandable, like normal English statements. But here also in Python, just like Java and other programming, whatever you are accepting from the keyboard will be taken as a string. So we are supposed to convert to integer type. Later I discuss about this typecasting process. But just to say, keep this entire statement in the int function. That's it. Before you are assigning to x, will be converted to into integer and assigns. Before you converting into assigning to y, it converts into integer and simple coding, right? Like normal English statements, user friendly, programmer friendly, right? Save it. Control S, just say Control S for saving this Python code. So just now we created a folder Python 9 p.m. batch. So we handled many batches for this. Yeah. Yes. Sample. Otherwise, any name you can go. Test1.py, any name with .py extension, right? Any name with .py extension, right? Yes. Now here run option is the run. Don't worry about this installation process, execution process, everything step by step. Everything I'll make you right to do. Run module. Enter the value of x 10. Enter the value of y 20. Some value is 30. That's it. Simple, right? This is what that Python statements, very simple. Not like English statements. You can analyze that what happening in each statement, entering the value of x in first statement, entering the value of y in the second, and printing the text plus y, right? We compare with this other coding, right? Like this Java code. Even if we talk about C language or other language also, right? A minimum 6 to 7 lines you will be getting, right? Fine. One more example, right? I said I'll show you some sample examples, right, of this Python code. Like even generating graphs, how simple generating graphs, right? Any types of graphs we can generate. I'll show you some examples. But before that, check this. I got some group of values, a list of values, right? I'm taking like 50, 10, 30, 20, 40 random values I've taken. So for example, think that you have got some 100 transactions happened today. You are storing as part of one group, you are grouping it as a part of a list. Print x, print this entire thing as it is. If you want to know the number of transactions happened, there is a number len of x means number of elements, right? Yes, number of transactions have. If you want to see the max value, max of x, that's it. It returns the max value. Check it. Check this, whichever, if you have got some hundreds of values, right? You want to find the max in that, max 50. Len of it. Very simple syntaxes. You want to find the min value, min of x, right? Yes, right. Min of x, right? It returns 10. Even if you got thousands of values, it returns the min value. If I want to find the sum total revenue generated, for example, sum of all this, 50 plus 10 plus, no need to write any code like other programming. You will loop it, you will sum it, and you will define some initial variable. All this not required. Sum of which list? X list. X is the name of this list. It gives the final entire sum. If you have got 100 values or 1000 values, it sums and gives the result. If I want to arrange all these elements, it doesn't have average function, but if you want to find average, right? Just a simple sum of x by number of elements, len of x. That's it. Print that average. That's the reason it didn't give that average function. Sum by length gives that average. Average is what? 30. 150 by 5, it gives 30. If I want to arrange all the elements in that particular order, we have got an ascending order I want. Sorted of x. It displays all the elements in ascending order. If I want it in descending order, no separate function is given, right? But the same thing I'll use sorted of x, ascending order. That ascending order, if you reverse, you will get in descending order. That's it. Simple. Reverse that. Right? You got in descending order. If you want to add some new elements to this, some new for example, X is the list name. I want to append some new element, 60. That's it. This is the syntax. Now check it. Now say print X, 60 got added. Python is case sensitive. Uppercase, lower cases are taken differently. 60 got added or not at the end of that list? Yes, append. If I want to remove an element, directly say remove. Which element you want to remove? 40 I want to remove, right? Remove it. Run module, right? In this way, 40 got removed, right? And if I talk the importance of modules, just an example on this importance of modules, right? I'll just give an example, right, of a commonly used module. Like, for example, math, everyone are aware, right? Math module. Import it. Any module you need to import if you want to get its functionalities into your program folder. I want to see what is present in this first. dir. I want to see the directory of math module, dir function. Just like print function, dir function is available, right? Yes. Directory of math module. Oh, yes, Ashok, right? I doesn't want to enter into the technicals as of now. What is a module? What are the different inbuilt modules? What are the modules which comes along with the Python software which you are installing, renaming, reloading, working with all these modules? We'll be having a lot of discussions, right? With that modules concept. I'll be discussing modular programming with Python, object-oriented programming with Python, procedural-oriented programming with Python, and this scripting, right? All this will be discussed, right? So that's what I said. The duration of the course, like 60 to 70 hours. It's not like 45 hours course. I'll be briefing you up. But as it's a demo session, I just some examples I'm going to show you in what is a module, what a module consists, sample exams, course of Python, and also I'll show you some other examples, or a couple of other examples using these modules. But okay, yes, we can print whatever present which comes along with the Python software and which you are installing. So there are some external modules which you are supposed to download and you need to install it. And means data science related modules, database related modules, big data related modules, it won't come along with the Python software. Commonly used modules will be coming along with the Python software. Remaining all those, how we can download, how we can install, right? Just any module installation hardly takes less than 30 seconds. How to do that process, everything I'll be briefing, right? Print dir of math. Dietary of math. See the dietary of math. Not only math module, any module, dir of that module name. You will see what is present in that module. Dir of the module name. It displays what is present in that. So you can see tan, square root, tan, tau, pi. There's a variable like pi. There are some variable like e. There's functions. All these are the functions, right? I want to print this e value, pi value, right? Any variables like within the math, there is a variable like pi. Within the math, there is a variable like e. If I want to print this values, right? Yes, print it. Pi value is 3.14, e value is 2.7. For example, within a module, there are many functions are given. You don't know how to use it, how to work with it. Help function is given by Python, help function. I want, okay, I don't know how to use this square root. Square root, I doesn't know how to work with it, how to use it. Say help, just like print function, help function. Help on what? Math. Within that math, there is a square root function. Yes, it's just to give you that general format for this. So clearly it is saying help on built-in function square root in the module math. It's clearly saying that square root give some value x. If you give the value x, I will return the square root of that x. It is saying clearly. So just the same way, print, give some value, Within the math, there is a function like square root. It is asking to provide the x value, 16 or 4, or some value you give. Square root of, it just gives the output of that 16. Provide one value x, else it returns the square root of the text. 4, right? It is giving the output 4. The same way, any other function of this, if you want help, POW is there. POW, how to use POW? Help, you say, help math dot POW. 1 second. Yes. Disable annotations. Right. 1 second. Hari Prasad, right? Yes. Yesterday's recording, 1 second. Everyone, if anyone, if you have not attended yesterday's session, right? 1 second. Can you see the Zoom chart? Can you see the Zoom chart? A big message given by the online team. Demo 1 video link is kept. Everyone are able to see that? Yes. Try to confirm me once. Demo 1, it was kept.
Yeah,
Demo
but
1.
it's a YouTube. Yeah, it's a
Yes.
YouTube link.
Yes.
So do we get this recorded video separately or?
No. 1 second. The first 3-4 classes demonstration videos, they will be giving global to all, right? They'll be kept in the YouTube. That link will be passed. You can check, you can
Okay.
view it. But later, after that link got changed, you will be getting to your Google Drives, everyone. Not in the YouTube. Everything from the session 1 onwards, from the demo session 1 onwards to up to the end of the course, every day, one video will be added to your Google Drive, right? You
Okay.
can
Yeah.
check
Thank you. Got it.
only for the first 3-4 sessions. You will be getting to that.
Yeah.
So
Thank you, sir.
math, yes. So just a math.pow. I want help on this. I will just want help on this. So run module. Help on built-in function power in the module math. So it is clearly saying help, right? It's providing two values x comma y. If you provide two values x comma y, then it is saying I will return x to the power of, this is the power symbol in Python. Single star means multiplication, two stars means power. Clearly, if you don't understand, clearly it has given in the bracket also what it is. X to the power of y, right? Clearly it is saying, it is asking you to provide two values x and y. So provide two values there, math.pow, two values 10 comma 3, x and y I'm giving. Right, check it, run it. Got 1000, right? In this way, any other functions you can check it and get the help and you can work. There are many other features I'll be discussing, right, in these modules. If you want all that at a time, I doesn't want one by one function. I want all the functions, general format or syntaxes I want. Or I want all the modules installed in my systems. All those, we have got different functionalities. We can get it those, right? Next. For example, I said I'll just show you one example of generating a graph in Python. How simple generating a graph in Python by using this module, right? So I hope everyone 100% you will understand, but at least, okay, without any prior knowledge of Python, without knowledge of modules, without anything, right? But still, maximum you will be understanding. Import. There is a module for this plotting, matplotlib. Within that, we have got a built-in functionality pyplot. Just like in the previous example, every line we need to use math.math.math.math. Here also where I need to use this much big name. Instead of this much big name, I want to use alias name as P or PLT or any name you can use as alias name for a particular module if it is very big. Within this PLT, there is a function like plot function, plotting a graph, plot function. What you want to plot? For plotting a graph, two things required, X coordinate values, Y coordinate values. So 1, 2, 3, these are the X coordinate values. Assume these are the X coordinate values. Y coordinate for 1, the value is 5. For 2, the value is 7. For 3, the value is 4, right? X and Y coordinates, just I have provided the values. Now show the graph. Just there is a show math function, right? That's it. Simple, right? This is the module name, plotting this XY coordinates and show that. Save it. Run module, right? Observe this. Check this, both the graph and this. For 1, the value of y value is 5. 1, 5. For 2, the y value is 7. For 2, the y value is 7. For 3, the y value is 4. Very simple, right? This is a solid graph in blue color. You got a color graph in blue color and the solid graph. But I doesn't want a blue color. I want different color. Simple if you want to change it, right? And that too, I doesn't want a dotted graph. I want just a dotted graph. We can say in this way. That's it. Keep comma and just give that for getting in dotted format. Or I want a color as red or color as green. I want a green color. I doesn't want a blue. Yes, just to say the color equal to green. That's it. Check it now. Run it. You got in green color, and that too not like solid graph like dotted style you got. Not only this, many other styles are there. Triangle style, star style, pentagonal style, right? Many styles are there. We'll be discussing all that in the graphs. Nearly 40 to 50 examples I'll be discussing on this graph generation matplotlib, right? And for more example, very simple, right? See, instead of plot, give bar graph will be generated. Instead of this plot, give HIST, histogram will be generated. Instead of this plot, give PIE, pie graph will be generated. Scatter, you give scatter plot, stack plot. So one more example before I go with this. Just I'll take 2 minutes more. Now, I want a pie graph. For example, I want to check how are the sales of a product. This product is like mobiles, I think. Mobiles. So the name of the mobiles like, okay, Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, some names of the mobiles. OnePlus. Okay, that's fine. So mobile names are, I want the sales. How are the sales? Yes, Sumit, right? Yes. So I said just before, right? This commonly used modules only you will be getting along with the Python software. But if you want the high-end modules, plottings, those things, you won't get along with the Python software. You are supposed to download and you need to install it. For me, I have downloaded and I've installed it. Later, I'll show you, right? Step by step how to download and install a module. This thing you won't see, matplotlib module you won't see in the Python software. Separately, you need to download. Hardly it takes 1 minute, right? But at this point of time, you may get confused, right? Mobiles and the sales, right? Sales like Samsung 55 sales for this one, 25 sales, 25, 10 and 10. Okay, these are the sales. Samsung 55 sales, Vivo. And just I want a pie graph. Show me a pie graph P. So instead of plot, PIA function. So I want a pie graph based on, think that these are the sales of August sales. So based on this August sales, I want sales of some particular month. And in the output, I want labels. Labels I want. Labels nothing but take the mobile names only as the labels I'm saying. Take the mobile names only as the labels. That's it. PLD.show. Check it. Run it. See, a pie graph is generated. More cells. Can you see? By default, you got a colors for each and every. But even if you want to set your own color, also you can do lot of other things. So my Samsung has got more sales, more than 50% of the sales for Samsung. Next one, like what is this orange color, right? Vivo has got the next. Then OnePlus has got the next Oppo. So a pie graph is generated. Do you see any complex word in this? Any of this line? Mobile names, the sales, pie graph based on this August sales, failed did not show. So in this way, just I showed you some couple of examples, right? Modules, importance of modules, codings of Python. So from tomorrow, we will be going with the actual things. So tomorrow, like I'll be starting with this Python versions, Python installations, Python software foundations, Python execution mode, step by step, how to download Python, how to install various ways of executing a Python code. I'll be showing you within the editors. I'll be showing you within the IDEs. In real time, we use IDEs, like not on a single ID like other training sites. I'll be showing you on different IDEs, right? PyCharm, Jupyter Notebook, Spider, VS Code, right? All this. Fine. Okay. And if anyone, if you have missed the yesterday session, you can see the demo session, right? A link is given. You can watch in that YouTube link is given, right? Of the yesterday session. Only for the first, like 3, 4 sessions, you'll be getting in the YouTube. Later, everything to your Google Drive. Yes. And just have a look on this course content, right? So from the basic to the advanced level, we'll be discussing with many working examples. Python basics, history of Python applications, versions, installations, flavors, interactive mode, batch mode, editors, data types, constants, variables, escape sequences, strings, operators. So tomorrow also everyone can attend the session same time using the same link to see more discussion, right? Yes. So wherever the installations of IDs or any other things, right? If anyone like, I'll show you the installation of one database, installation of different IDs, installation of these frameworks, step by step, how to write, how to run these things. If anyone facing issue, you can be sharing the screen, right? The screen share option is available in this Zoom. You will share it. I'll check. I'll rectify that error. So operators in Python, IDs in Python, different types of IDs, flow control statements, looping statements, strings in Python, indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, collections in Python, Python lists, list operations, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list, list modifications, right? Tuples, tuple operations, sets, dictionaries in Python, functions, functional programming, or categories, argument types, different types of functions, lambda function, filter function, map function, reduce functions, modules, modular programming, setting, normal import, from import, renaming, reloading, packages, right? Errors and exceptions, file handling, reading data from files, writing to files, object-oriented programming concepts in brief, regular expressions, database connectivity, like how to install a database, connecting with it, performing SQL operations, Python datetime module, operating system related things, iterator, generator, closures, decorators, working with CSV, XML, JSON, graphic programming, Excel workbook, data analytics, like introduction to this data science, Pandas module in brief, NumPy module, numerical Python in brief, matplotlib plottings, different types of graphs, right? So I'll be showing you different modules related to different environments. Apart from this, how to create our own module, user-defined modules, how we can create our own modules also I'll be discussing. These 30 topics in brief for this Python core and advanced. Apart from this, people who go for Python full stack, Django framework, how to create that is project architecture, how applications creations, project creations, Django views, Django templates, Django admin, Django models, Django like ORM, advanced concepts, validations, and UI technologies also like HTML in brief, CSS in brief, JavaScript also will be discussed, right, in brief, and MySQL database, right? So I was saying, I was briefing you, right, the time period of this. 1 second. So Python core in advanced, it nearly takes 60 to 70 hours. We'll be spending around 2 months, 2 to 2.5 months it takes. 5,000 is the course fee. It's an offer batch given for the offer price for this batch especially. UI technologies, everything HTML, CSS. This for Python core and advanced. Apart from this, people who choose Python full stack, total Python package, UI technologies will be discussed. The Django framework with 15, nearly 15 applications will be developing. Flask framework, one more framework, MySQL database, and a project. So here, this again topics from 2 to 6. It also takes nearly 70 hours, 2 months duration. Actually, in this, if you can see, UI technology is a separate course. Django is a separate course. Flask is a separate course, right? All these things are involved in this. Everything you will be taking as a frame. Python for 70 hours, framework for 70 hours, 140 hours, 2 months for this, 2 months for this, nearly 4 months. But 5,000 for this Python, 7,000 for this framework. But if you're going separate. But if you're, it's totally 12,000 it goes. But if you're taking this entire package with a single payment, right, it's 10,000. If we're choosing the entire package, right? So it will be 10, fine. Which covers all this Python, core, advanced UI technologies, the Django framework, one Flask framework, all this will be included in this. Timing, Omkar, one more, right? Just I'll coming to the timings, right? Let me make it clear about the timings before you go with the payments, right? So I said yesterday also, right? First 1 week to 10 days it will be at 9 p.m. it will be, but later it will be starting at 8 p.m. I'll making it clear before your payment process, right? So first, yes, first 1 week 9 p.m. Later it starts at 8 p.m. I'm making it clear about the timing. So yes, Ranjit Kumar, right? Payments. So you can see a big message given by the online team. There is separate team working for providing you the videos and all these things, right? There is a big message given by the online team. Can you see the message? The previous SD session video, course content, and the contact details of the online team is provided, and the payment details.
Yesterday, content email I did not receive, sir, anything.
Can you see the message, DurgaSoft, right? Demo one they have given.
Yeah, demo one only Zoom I got it. Yeah, there they mentioned about 6,000 rupees for this one. But only timings only I got it, but no other emails. So yesterday video and your notes also I did not receive. By any
No, no,
chance
no.
others
Now,
got it?
can you see this? Copy this link for this. Copy the demo one link if you want to view the today's class video. Content is given. Course fee is 5,000 for Python. I'm making it clear, right? It's course for Python, it's 5,000. And if you take the entire package, it is 10,000.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your subject is showing clearly it is 5,000, but I
No,
got it.
no, no. You can, I don't know, right? Previously it was that price, but we are giving the price, offer price for this batch.
Okay, okay.
Okay, you can just check with them and you can say that clearly sir said, even we can the contact details are there. Clearly, I am saying, right. I am the trainer. I am just going to drive this entire for the next 4 months full stack. So if you have got any concerns, right, the contact details also given, right. You can talk to them, right. It is already said, intimated to them, but multiple people will be there. That people will be there in the receptions, right. So even whenever you are calling them, they might be busy. They'll be handling different technologies, right? So you can check with that. If you are getting the call as busy or waiting, right? And check with multiple numbers. And the payment details are provided clearly. The Google Pay, Phone Pay, and the other details are given here, right? Yes. And one more thing, just before I complete, what are the things from my side I'm going to offer you? You'll be getting each and every live this video session video you'll be getting, right? the session video. Each and every session is recorded. You will be getting the recorded video. But for the first 3-4 days, you will be getting that YouTube link. But thereafter, you will be getting to your Google Drives. Every day, one video will be added to your Google Drive. Try to give the correct Gmail ID, Google Drive ID. So once you got enrolled, see, and a soft copy of the class notes. See, okay, for the first, for the demonstrations, once this payment is done, everything is done, right? You will be getting to your Google Drive, and the notes you will be getting, right? A clear notes of each and every topic wise you'll be getting. Every alternate days, I'll be forwarding you the notes, assignments and tasks to work with so that you can build your own code and you get command on that. And a WhatsApp group for technical discussion. I'll be creating a WhatsApp group. WhatsApp group is not from DURGASOFT. I'll be creating the WhatsApp group to have interaction with the students. If any errors, can take the snap of that and keep in the WhatsApp group. Anyone can answer. I'll be answering it, right? Yes. Resumes and interview questions, right? Yes. And all the sessions will be interactive sessions. As it is a demo session, I was speaking most of the time, but normal session, right? For every statement I type, you will be responding what will be the output of that every statement. That is what, how to build the code, right, in Python. Any point of time, if you got anything, immediately you can unmute, you can ask through voice, or you can type your query in the chat, or through voice, you can ask any queries in there, and all the sessions will be interactive. 300 plus code examples I'll be covering as part of this Python core and advanced. 300 plus code examples will be discussed as part of this course, right? And already, apart from that, 15 plus applications I'll be discussing in this full stack course. So everything you'll get a great command and this Python, right? And people who go for certification program also, I'll be saying how your performance will be measured, what type of questions and what type of queries in the syllabus for it. So the timing of this batch will be from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Once again, I'm saying, right? As it already declared for this. So only the demos will be at 9 p.m., right? So, okay, means tomorrow also people can attend, tomorrow and day after tomorrow also you can attend the sessions, right? But once the link is changed, within couple of days, the link will be changing. You will be getting that link. But first 1 week to 10 days, you'll be having the sessions at 9, but later at 8 o'clock. So, keeping in point, right? Okay, there are people, most of the students, right? Students from uh, different environments, right? They'll be learning Python. And there is one more package, big data analytics, right? I do handle big data courses and data engineering courses also. In that package, Python also is going to be covered. The total Python core and advanced 2 months course will be included in this package, like big data, Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, and this. It's a package. It's for 15,000, right? The course fee for it. Four technologies will be discussed here. And these three, the first three is a weekend. They'll be only on weekend, Saturdays and Sundays. Saturday evening and Sunday evening they'll be there. The classes will be there Saturday and Sunday evening. 12 weekends it goes, nearly for 3 months it goes, right? The weekends classes. But this Python will be regular from Monday to Friday. Either you can attend this current session which you are attending, or any of my Python, right? In the morning, which is right. You can attend it, any of my batch for this Python. 2 months, Monday to Friday, it will be Saturday and Sunday. This will be there. 12 weekends, 15,000. This Saturday at 4:30, there is a demo. If you want to check it, you can check with that, right? Yeah, more details I'll be discussing about the certification, right? I'll be taking separate session for that, right? Yes. And whatever we discuss, this is more than enough for these people who go for certification things, right? Because in depth, we'll be discussing about, you should have seen the syllabus course content, right? Can compare with other training sites. We'll be discussing in brief, especially these important modules, database library, data science library, or this plotting library, graph generating graphs. See this matplotlib plotting library, this NumPy numerical Python, and these Pontons. These are the main things you see, right? Means even if you know about these three things, yesterday I was briefing you, right? Pandas, NumPy, and Matplotlib. On these three things, if you learn, you have got a lot of job opportunities, right? Yesterday I was saying you check in Google Pandas, NumPy, and Matplotlib jobs. Lot of jobs for these modules. Say 38,669 Pandas jobs. Even if you talk about NumPy jobs, 1,69,000 NumPy job vacancies, right? These important modules, you can see another training sets they are not going to cover, right? And apart from this, even Python jobs also, like lakhs of jobs for Python, I was saying, right, yesterday. Job market for Python jobs you can type, right? And click it, can check it, lakhs of jobs, 1,83,000 Python openings. Apart from this, not only like the Django jobs also, right, you can check people who go for jobs in Django Python framework, right? Thousands of jobs, 29,000 Django job vacancies in February. So everything I'll be discussing step by step. Tomorrow onwards, we'll go with the actual. Try to be regular to the sessions. Try to interact in the sessions, ask queries, and try to implement the things that day itself. And anything you can ask, any queries at the start of the session, you can ask the sessions. You will be answered to all, common to all. It will be answered, or you can type in the chat for this, right? Because it's a programming, everything practical, nothing theoretical, right? You need to understand everything to build the code. Yes. Any other queries from your side, anyone, right? Yes.
Hi, Venkatesh here.
Yeah, go ahead.
By the end of this session, am I able to create any simple automation scripting tasks as well?
Automation you are using for which environment you are talking?
I mean the Python scripting at least.
So
I mean,
Python is a scripting language, right? Yes, Python, you will be writing all this, you will be learning about all this, right? You will be getting command on this. Yes,
okay,
you'll be getting
thank
command
you,
on all this Python codings, right? Yes.
thank you. So the session will be a 1 hour session or 1.5 hour session, like you
It'll
told me.
it'll be 1 hour session.
Okay, thank
But
you.
sometimes I'll be taking because on Saturdays or Sundays, sometimes if I'm taking, I'll be pre-intimating for you on that timings. If everyone fine with the timings, I'll be taking some bigger sessions, pre-intimating,
Thank
and
you.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other, right? Fine. Some queries was asked. 1 second. 30 topics include advanced Python and core Python, right? Yes. Yes, yes, yeah. Yagnam Anil Reddy, right? Yes. This 30 topics included in Python advanced and core, right? Python core and advanced. And Devi Adireddy, right? I came from this background tested to go for soft. See, this is a Python. I said it will be very simple. There is no prerequisites required. Anybody can understand. So from the starting to the end, only one thing, dedication is required, attending the sessions regularly and just spending at least 1 hour per day for the practical part. Looks, you'll get a great command on this. And what is the scope, right? Asking Yagnam Anil Reddy, right? So by the end of the course, right, you will be building your own code. Lot of command you will be getting on this Python. Once you go to that interview, right, definitely you will get through the process. Right, a lot of examples will be discussing, right? Okay. So if I'm done with the queries, I'll sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow. From tomorrow, we'll go with the actual Python is going to start from tomorrow, the actual content, right? Yes. So try to get enrolled and enrolling process, you can see a big message is given and you'll for getting the videos, you want to receive the notes, videos, and to get added to the WhatsApp group, everything, right? You should be enrolled, right? And also while enrolling, don't forget to share the screenshot of your payment to that mail ID given. Can you see there is a mail ID provided? Screenshot of your payment just to provide to that DURGASOFT online training at the rate gmail.com. They have clearly mentioned in that. Try to share the screenshot of your payment to that particular mail ID. Then only they will forward you. Whenever the link gets changed, they will forward the link to you. They will add, they will give the Google Drive access, and this all that you will be getting, right? Yes, don't forget. Yeah, tomorrow same time at 9 o'clock. You can follow the same link for tomorrow. We'll be discussing starting with the Python technicals, installations, execution modes, right? Yes. Okay. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow. Good night.